Hey there, friends. I wanted to quickly show you AgentGrid. AgentGrid is a desktop app available on Mac, Windows, and Linux to help you with your agentic engineering. It's a visual workspace for your coding agents, and it makes things awesome. So here in this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be planning, implementing, getting unblocked, and then reviewing a little game together. So we're going to start with the plan itself. And I have a little prompt here in a note that I left for myself here, so we don't have to watch me type. And I can do that is open a Codex pane in here and paste that prompt in here, and let's just move it a bit. And what that's going to do, it's going to generate 4 different workers with 4 different concepts, and each one of those workers would generate some concept art for us, so we can create a brief and pick a direction with that brief. As it's doing its thing, let's explain what building blocks we have available to us. So we have different agent harnesses in here. We have terminals, code editors, source control, source code developer tools, and then we have other items that are related, like browser panes. We have notes, title, and media, and all of it can be seen by the agents, and you can ask the agents to take a look at a specific pane, and you'll see that in a second. So as it's doing its work, I've actually already done this before ahead of time, and this is what it looks like when it's going to be done. So it's going to give us the 4 concept arts in here. What we're going to do from that point on is we're going to ask it for a HTML brief, like so, and we're going to use that browser pane artifact that I showed you earlier. So here, this brief kind of explains how the game works. We went back and forth to create this brief with the Codex agent. We even did some stuff on a call with the agent here, so just do a voice call in here with it. And once we're happy, we kind of looked, and we also have, by the way, a code editor here, VS Code. We can look at all the files and the code if we wanted to. So now that we have the plan, what we can do now is we can actually do the implementation. And for the implementation, instead of using Codex, we're going to use Claude, because Claude Fable, in my experience, has been just a lot better at creating these type of games for us. And it's gonna read the pane called game plan, so it's gonna create an association with that pane. So in the canvas can see everything, every pane can see everything that's going on, but they have to create explicit connections in order to read the contents. So you see there's a connection made here, and then it will start spinning off workers and implement things in here. And I've already finished the implementation. So let's assume we finished the implementation. I'll show you what that looks like, the implementation. And let's also do one more thing here. We're going to start a review as it's doing it. So here again, I have a prompt. I can just copy that, drop it in here. And this prompt will ask for adversarial reviews from Codex, Croc, and Anti-Gravity, and it can use the CLI. So it creates a worker and wraps the CLI for that in that worker, and it will control that worker and iterate with it to get feedback. So here it's doing its thing. And then when it's done, it will generate a report, and we can see issues there as well. Back to the implementation really quick, a couple of things I wanted to point out here. So we had multiple parallel workers going together, each one of them doing different things. So there's people and mobile cranes. Again, we can talk to each one of them, ask it questions. How does the crane controls work? Like, why did you make decisions a certain way? Or we can ask the orchestrator itself. The nice part about that, we can ask things in parallel. So we can ask the crane control and dynamite at the same time questions to get a couple of quick answers in here. And one other thing we can do is we can spin up a terminal pane to do manual testing. So we have the reviewers already reviewed the code and the quality control in there as well. But it'd be nice to do a playtest manually and run it on. It'll run it on this port. In just a second, you will see it. It will create this terminal pane here. We can, of course, just create a terminal pane here, start it up, and then connect the 2 nodes as well. We can also select them and connect it as well. So it should start it up in just a second here. It actually already started it in a different space. So it started already, and then we can play the game. And this is our little game. Took about a day to build it. There's the dynamite control. Super fun game. I can play it all day long, but we don't have a lot of time. And the reviewers also generate reports for us. So once we're happy with it, we found a couple of memory leaks, which is really interesting. And usually I'll do the reviewers looping and a PR. The whole thing can be automated together. We don't have to go one at a time. I just wanted to show that that's possible. The other thing I want to show really quick here is that you can always save, like it always saves automatically what's going on and saves our view. So if we close it and open it again, or if our computer needs a restart, it will just work for us. So and it shows us there's like more work being done in here. We can also see our limits and what's going on in here. So yeah, so these are a couple of the ways to work with AgentGrid. There's unlimited ways of working with the tool. Love to see what you guys make. Thank you so much. See you guys. Bye.